Hi everybody, hope you're having a great day. Today I am doing empties. Of course, I always tend to have a ton of empties over the month. I don't know how that happens, but it does. So I have a lot to talk to you about, so let's get into it. Okay, there is some semblance of an order here. I have tried for you guys to put this in some kind of order. I have a ton of actual makeup empties this month, yay, which is so fun, so I figured we would start there. And let's start with something so cool. I finished up an entire lipstick. It is, like, I cannot roll that up any higher. And there, I mean, I can get a little bit off just by doing that, but it's done. So this is the Spice Baby is the shade, and it's the La Creme lipstick from Too Faced. If you've been watching my channel, you know I love this lipstick so much, and it's probably like my favorite ever. It really is. This stayed in my purse. It had a home in my purse. It's so moisturizing, really easy to just put on when you're out. You know, you don't need a lip liner with it, and it was fairly long lasting for being such a creamy lipstick, but I just loved the shade. I loved the way it felt. I really want to repurchase it, but you know, I have so much lipstick. I'm gonna hold off for now. And I do have a Project Pan going on a MAC lipstick, so you know, that's the one that's living in my purse right now. But I would definitely repurchase this, and I love the formula on these. They are so awesome. If you haven't tried it and you like moisturizing lipsticks, you would love these. So I am so happy to have used this up. Another lip product I completely used up is the Revlon Color Burst Lip Butter in 005 Sugar Frosting. Again, there's tiny, like, I can't roll it up anymore, but I can kind of show you the color. Very, very light frosty shade. I actually just used this in place of lip balm over the last month, which is why I was able to use it up so quickly. The color was just like meh, but I love the formula. I've heard they are discontinued in the States, but here in Canada I still see them everywhere in the drugstore, so I don't know what the deal is there. I did a brow declutter recently. This I'm gonna call empty because I did use it quite a bit. I know it's super old now though, which is why I ultimately got rid of it. It's the eyebrow gel from Quo, which is a Canadian brand, and just like a clear brow gel. There's the brush. It worked really well. I really liked it. And then this from L'Oreal, the Brow Stylist Definer, is not completely used up. I would have used this up because I like the product so much. That's how much is actually left in it. But the thing is, I just decided ultimately that this is not the correct shade for me. So this was dark brunette. I have since gotten just regular brunette, and it's way better. In fact, it's what's in my eyebrows today, like in terms of color. But the micro brow pencil on this is so good. It's just as good as the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I totally recommend these. 2 eyeliners, the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. Love this, dried out, but from now on I'm buying the Physicians Formula one because it's just as good and not as expensive. But I do love that. It is a really good product. And then this one here from Tarte is the So Fine Micro Liner, and it's just black. Now this has a tiny little tip on it. I liked this. You're still gonna see color, but it is dry. Like once I start using it, you can't get any more out. What I liked about this is that it dries matte, but it really seeps into any lines you have. So unless your eyelid is super smooth, it's going to bleed into your lines. And so yeah, I'm not going to repurchase it for that reason. I've got 3 mascaras. One of them is my absolute favorite, the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I've talked this to death over the last year. You just get super long, feathery eyelashes. I love the brush on that one. This one is very similar to it, the one from Ardency In. It's the Monster, oof, making noise. The Monster Instant Lash Enhancing Mascara boosted with hemp protein. When I heard that, I was like, oh, is that gonna do something special for me? And no, it didn't really do anything special for me. It's got kind of this curved lima bean shaped brush, but it's very like full and splayed out, and I really like the brush on this. It was similar to the Better Than Sex, but it not quite as lengthening, but very similar. This one I liked for a drugstore option. I didn't love it. It's the NYC Lengthening Skyrise Mascara. In terms of the length and volume, it was pretty good. The brush is this long, pointy brush. The brush is pretty good. I liked it. The only thing I don't like about this is that the blackness kind of fades throughout the day and it kind of starts looking dingy and gray. And so that's the thing I don't like about this, but it's a pretty good drugstore option. Last thing I would kind of consider makeup are these lashes. These are from Red Cherry. These are the Wispies. I can't even tell you how many times I wore these. I wore these in so many videos, but I just love them so much. I think I probably wore these like 25 or 30 times. They last so long. I love the band on it. It's super flexible. Like, it's easy to work with, easy to apply to your lash line. I love the shape of these ones. They are so wispy and pretty, but it's time to let go now. They have done their job and I have repurchased them, but the new ones, the new Wispies that from Red Cherry, they're not exactly the same, which is kind of really disappointing because I really love these ones. I used up a perfume, which is so exciting. This is a mini though. It's not a full-size perfume, but I'm still like super excited about it. So this is from Viktor and Rolf. It's the Bon Bon perfume. I'll link like where you can figure out the notes below because I'm not good at that. But this is just super rich, sweet, very like full-bodied perfume. I really love this. Should I keep this bottle? I don't know. I'm not one to hold on to like empty perfume bottles, but it is so pretty, like with the little bow, the pink bow. I really like it. I love this perfume a lot, but I'm probably not going to purchase another one for quite a long time because I have so many other perfumes that I really like. Okay, next thing is from Kit. It is the, that's the French side, that's why it says tampons. But this is 80 organic cosmetic pads. So these are just for like taking off your makeup. These ones are my favorite. They're just absolutely plain on either side, but they are, you know, sewn together so it will not come apart. Just super soft on your eyes, and it just does a really good job. It doesn't come apart. It's just soft. I really like these. Like, these ones are my favorite. I'm gonna keep repurchasing these. I keep bouncing around because, you know, I'll just pick up different ones here and there when I'm out, but these are the ones that I actually really love, and I believe they're only available here in Canada at Rexall stores. This is from Winners. It's these Cherry Shree, C-H-R-E-E, strawberry infused cleansing towelettes. You get 60 for $6.99, which I think is a pretty good value. These ones, you know, they smelled like strawberry. I only ever use these for taking off swatches. I never use them for taking off my makeup, so I can't really report on that, but I like the scent of them. Speaking of scent, I have some candles here. So this is Marshmallow Fireside, which is my absolute favorite scent ever. Smells so good. I actually did that trick where I put it in the freezer and I got it with the little bits, and I'm gonna put that in my wax warmer because I love this. It gets, you know, it allows you to get more use out of it because it usually stops burning right around here, which is kind of a rip-off, which kind of sucks, but I don't know what can be done about that. Love that candle. I have like 8 more. And then this one, surprisingly, I really loved as well, and I'm gonna put this in the freezer too because I want to have this to burn. So this is the White Barn, it's from Bath & Body Works, Peppermint Marshmallow. And it's just really nice. I don't know why I'm showing you this, like it's a burnt candle. Anyway, it's just like a nice minty, but warm and, you know, vanilla-y mint scent, which surprised me this year, became a favorite of mine. I love mint and vanilla together. Who knew? A couple hair things. This Amika Perk Up Dry Shampoo. This is a travel size. I really like this, but I don't think it's worth it. Like, it's super expensive and it got used up so fast. The thing about this too is this sprayer on the top, it's really easy to use. Like, pressing it down, it's super easy, but it's angled upwards. So the spray actually goes like this. And the first time I used it, I didn't know that. So I was just, you know, holding it like normally, and it went like above my head until I figured it out. So wasted a little bit there, but I did like it. It worked really well. Geez, you guys, I have this organized in front of me so I can do it in some kind of semblance of like order, and I keep knocking things over because it's all in front of me. Okay, next thing is my shampoo that I love. This is from L'Oreal. It's the Volume Collagen Root Lifting Shampoo for flat hair in the purple container. I love this shampoo. It's my favorite. I don't like the conditioner in this line. It's a little too heavy, but I love this shampoo. I really feel like it actually does lift my hair a little bit, whereas a lot of shampoos will weigh my hair down. A lot of conditioners will, but some shampoos too. If there's any residue, it'll really like stay in my hair, and because my hair is so fine and oily anyway, it does no favor. So that one's really awesome. I've got 3 of my absolute favorite eye makeup remover, obviously the little sample size. This is the Lancome Bifacil. When you buy the full size, it is outrageously expensive, and I have never bought the full size. And when Sephora last did 100-point perks on these, I think I got like 10 of them or something, and the 100-point perks have just come back. So I really need to get my booty over to the Sephora and see if I can redeem a ton of my points for these, because I love these and it's such a good value for 100 points. Like, I'm not sure the value of this, but I think it's about $10-ish, which is amazing. This eye makeup remover I used up completely, but I didn't love it. This is from the brand Joe Fresh, which is a Canadian cosmetic brand. They also do clothing and stuff too. So this is called the Gentle Eye Makeup Remover. And what I liked about this is it has that thing built into it where you just press your cosmetic pad down on it and then the stuff comes up, which is really convenient. You don't have to like take this and pour it out and all that. But the actual product itself, I didn't really feel like it did a great job. It took a lot. I had to kind of rub a little bit, which I don't like to do on my eyes. And I wouldn't repurchase this for that reason. It was just okay. This makeup remover I really like. This is the Boscia Makeup Breakup Cool Cleansing Oil. It is an oil, so I would usually do my eye makeup with one of these and then put this all over my face after to get off my face makeup and any remnants on my eyes. And there's maybe a tiny little bit left in here. It smells like pine needles. It smells like tea tree oil, really, is what it smells like, if you know what that smells like. It smells exactly like tea tree oil. That's probably an ingredient in this. But it gets your makeup off really well, really like that. I would purchase that or repurchase it. Here's a little mini of the Warm Vanilla Sugar from Bath & Body Works, the shower gel. I have discovered I don't really like this scent all that much. In terms of a vanilla scent, it's not like that nice, warm, thick vanilla that I would expect. It's more of a chemical, fake smelling vanilla, and it's definitely not my favorite. This from Tony Moly. It's this little So Cool eye stick from their line called Panda's Dream. Obviously the cutest packaging ever. It comes out like this. It's a little roll-up tube. This is all that's left. This was supposed to be like for under your eye, for cooling and like depuffing and that kind of thing. And I've had this for over a year. When I first had it, it kind of worked. It never really fully did what it said it was gonna do, but ultimately, I keep using that word today, I don't know why, ultimately. Anyway, I've decided to get rid of this because I tried using it the other day and all it's doing now is pulling on my skin under my eye and it's not cooling at all. And so it's not fully empty. I did use up a lot of it, but it's served its purpose. It's done. Same with this. This is from Nip and Fab. It's called the Viper Venom Eye Fix, and it's the same idea. It's like for cooling and depuffing your under eye. It has this little metal ball and it just rolls over your skin, and it's got this stuff in it that's like liquidy. I don't know what this actually does for you. It just feels like water, to be honest. And I don't feel like I saw any real benefits when I used this, and so I'm just gonna get rid of it. It's not fully done, but I think that's kind of a gimmicky thing. I don't really think it does anything. I used up this travel size of the Ulla Henriksen Sheer Transformation Moisturizer. This is a really nice lightweight moisturizer. I only use it at night though. I always use an SPF in whatever my daytime moisturizer is. And so, you know, I just use this up like mostly on my chest and my neck. But I liked it. It's a nice moisturizer. These are cuticle sticks from Trim. Nail care sticks. They're like those bamboo type long sticks that you use to push your cuticles back. Anyway, use those up. Not sure why I put that in there. This I'm so glad I finished because I hated it so much and I would not recommend anybody buy this. So this is from the brand ROC. It's the Pro Sublime, it's all in French, Anti-Wrinkle Eye Reviving Cream. So this is a huge size for an eye cream. Like, it's 15 milliliter. It doesn't have ounces on here because this is a Canadian thing. So ROC, or ROC, which they're sometimes called, are made by Johnson & Johnson. This eye cream is really crappy. I only ever used it at night because what it did was it would just ball up. You know, so what I mean by that is if you put it on and you wait, let it dry, whatever, if you go back later and you rub on that area, it all comes up in little kind of balls and little, it just comes up off your face. And that would happen all the time, no matter if I use it by itself, over serums, under moisturizers, whatever I used it in, whatever combination, it would do that. And so of course you can't use it during the day because it'll wreck your makeup. And so I just used it up by putting it on overnight. So don't buy this, it is crappy. Never saw like a difference, but I just wanted to use it up. Okay, Opti-Free Replenish for contact lenses. This is really good for just completely cleaning contact lenses and, you know, it kind of extending the life of them as well. Love that one. And then my Pronamel Gentle Whitening Toothpaste. Love this one. It's really good for sensitive teeth. Masks. So I used up 2 of these, and that therefore I used up the entire box of the Retinol Under Eye Pads from Global Beauty Care. I bought these at Winners. You get 5 for $6.99. These ones I don't like. They dried up really quickly under your eye. I never saw a difference. They felt okay, like it was kind of a relaxation thing. But the ones I really like from this brand are the Dead Sea Minerals. It's the Dead Sea ones. Those ones are awesome. But these ones, not so good. I used this just yesterday. It's the Sephora lip mask, the Shea Butter lip mask. It kind of comes out, it's in the shape of lips, and it comes out kind of jelly-like, and you just keep it on your lips for like 15 minutes. You guys, honestly, it plumped my lips. And I actually have pretty full lips to begin with. I don't have fillers or anything. These are my natural lips. They're fairly plump to begin with. Put this on and I could visibly see like around the lip line, it was fuller and puffy. And it did feel a little bit tingly when I had it on. So I did not expect that. I just thought this was gonna be like a nice moisturizing thing. And so you might wanna give it a try if you're into that kind of thing. And then also yesterday I used up the Sephora Aloe Vera hand mask. Now I won't be buying this again because the smell of it was too much for me. I couldn't deal. It actually gave me a headache. It was so strongly fragranced. And it did an okay job. The reason I used it is because I have this little thing where I usually wear a ring. It's so dry. This happens to me sometimes in the winter where like under my rings it'll get super dry and you'll get like a callus. And so I thought it would be a good time to use this moisturizing hand mask. And it felt nice. My hands feel soft today. But it didn't really do anything for that. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna keep buying this. I think it's a really good thing to buy if you're like smack dab in the middle of winter and your hands are super dry and you just want to do it like one time to kind of bring that moisture back and then continue using like your good hand creams after. I think it's okay, but it's like an $8 thing, so it's kind of pricey. So, you know, take that what you will. I will probably buy it like once a year kind of thing, but I wouldn't say buy it every week. Although maybe buying it every week would actually work. I don't know. I used up 3 little mini perfumes, and they are all from the same brand, Thierry Mugler. And if you've been watching my videos, you know I have like gotten full sizes in 2 of these already. So this is Alien, and I just saved this card too. This is what the bottle looks like, and I just bought the bottle of this. It's super, super nice. I love this brand's fragrances. I did not expect to fall in love with them. It just goes to show that these things actually work because I have purchased full sizes after using these. Angel Muse is the other one that I have now. I got it from my husband for Christmas. It's what I asked for. I love it. It's super sweet. Very, like, these things are so potent. You put them on in the morning and you will still smell them at nighttime. That's what I really like about this brand. It's all very like condensed scent. Like, it will last. You need like 1 spray and you're good for the whole day, which is incredible. And then this last one is Angel, which it's the next thing on my list to get. I love this one too. I'll link to all 3 of those, you know, where you can look up the notes if you're interested. And then very last is just a bunch of samples. So I always leave these last because not everybody cares. So this is the Clinique Pep Start Eye Cream. Really like this, it's really nice. The Nooks Ultra Comfortable Body Cream. Yeah, this was a sunflower one. It stunk, you guys. It did its job, but it did not smell good at all. This is the Dior One Essential Eye Serum. I liked this. Don't know if it's worth the price tag. Too Faced Glitter Glue. Yes, I used this with a very chunky MAC eyeshadow that I love, and it did such a good job keeping it on. I bought the full size of this. This is it We or Way? Nobody knows. Nobody seems to know or care. The shampoo and conditioner. This one is the volume. First of all, there was not enough in here to do my entire head, and I have pretty fine hair that's not super long, so I don't know how anybody could figure out if they would want to buy it from the amount they give you, which that in itself is enough for me to say no thanks, not even interested to try. This Hava Dead Sea Minerals Firming Eye Cream. I don't really remember if I liked this or not, so it must not have made an impression. And then the Jack Black Turbo Wash Energizing Cleanser for Hair and Body. I didn't use this in my hair, just on like as a body wash. It smelled a lot like this. It smelled a lot like tea tree oil, and this is like a male brand, male geared brand, so I think that's probably why, kind of a manly scent. It smelled okay, not enough for me to want to go out and purchase it. Anyway, that is it for empties. I love filming empties for you guys. It's like my favorite thing. I always feel such a sense of accomplishment when I use something up. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I feel. So I always have so much fun being able to show you all the things I used up and give you my opinion, because you know I like to give my opinion on things. That's why I have a channel to begin with. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got some good information out of this. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and give me a thumbs up on my video if you liked it. That helps me out so much, and I appreciate you guys that do that for me so much. It means a lot. Leave your comments below if you have any questions for me. Of course, I will get back to you. And that is it for today. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye.